Well, hey folks, Species7 here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Farm Expert 2017. So, I am a little bit of a peed-off camper this morning, I'll tell you. I showed up here because last time around we had a harvester harvesting this field for us. And as you can see, leaving the nice straw swaths. Unfortunately, before he was completely done, it looks like he's got a row or two left to do, I had to save the game and exit. One of those deals real life got in the way. A buddy of mine's vehicle broke down out the highway, so I drove him out to the garage, etc., etc. Anyway, that's neither important nor does it really apply to what I need to talk about today, and that's the fact that the hired workers in this game are absolutely broken. As you'll see, there is no longer a combine on the field. There's also none of my crops, i.e., that entire field except the last 2 rows, those disappeared with the combine. So, I thought, well, you know, there might be a saving grace here. And that is, you have to go back to the farm. For some reason, this game came out before they invented PDAs and such, so I guess you can't do things from the field. But if we come back to the farm here and go to employees, alright, now we'll transport to the silo, and we want the field that's got about this one here. Harvested 67%, so 70% of the crop is gone. Let's hire them. Let's head back up the hill. Because to add insult to injury, and believe me, this is an injury, because our crops weren't great, I mean, I just purchased that field. I just bought the field. Alright, well, I bought a field thinking it was full of crop. Look at this. Now I have to sit here while he redoes the entire field, even though there's nothing in it. You can see 0, 0. So yeah, that 70% of my crop, it's gone. And like I said, this guy's gonna now sit here and go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth until he finally gets back to the part that needs harvesting. Now, this game is not in early access. This is a full release of a game. That kind of crap is unacceptable. You know? I mean, what's up with Silden? Are they the only ones on the planet that haven't heard of early access? You know, you don't have to. If you're too cheap to hire game testers to test your product, well, guess what? You don't have to anymore. There's a thing called early access. People will pay you to test their product. But, you know, you can't turn around and tell someone, oh, we just missed that. I mean, seriously, you didn't test the hired workers at all? Because one of the things you would have checked had you tested hired workers was, what if you don't let them finish the field? Because it's going to happen. You know? I mean, I don't care what you think about it. It is going to happen. So, yeah. Now I basically waste my time as he trundles back and forth, doing nothing for me. So I suppose what we could do here is get him on to this one. There we go. So now we should have another worker show up here. There he is. And start harvesting this canola crop. I tell you, that's, I don't know. That's really, really not acceptable for a saved, or for a full release. You know. Plus the fact that if that was as intended, okay, first of all, this guy shouldn't be out here sniffing around for the freaking crop. See, he's gonna do every single row. You know, obviously it was never written into the AI that just like farming sims, I mean, at least the AI in Farm Sim will come up to something. If there's no crop there, it'll continue on until it either comes across crop or he'll stop because there's nothing to do. No, not these guys. Look, I'm just going to pretend I'm harvesting. Now, yes, I'm going to charge you the full price to redo this field, but I'm only going to pretend to do 70% of it. Yeah. Not impressed. Not impressed. If these guys think they're going to be competition, they're going to have to do a little better than that. Really? Alrighty. Well, obviously we're not going to have to deal with him for quite a while. So, we may as well head over here and wait for this fella to be done. I get a feeling he's going to have something for us long before that other one does. Yes, indeed. Oh, he's at 23%. Da, 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 da. Oh well, we may have lost all our barley, but I guess we'll get some of the canola back at least. These guys aren't very good, are they? Just like the hired workers in FS15, they're going to leave that little chunk at the end of each row. It's like, dude, can you not cut the corner a little finer? What the heck's the matter with you? Oh well. Apparently that's just a thing. Maybe that happens in real life too. If you do it yourself, you get all of it. If you hire somebody to do it, you get tuffed. Tuffed. Oh, well. Well, how's our genius harvester over here doing? I'll tell you, this is another thing that they need to address. We need to be able to shut this off in the graphics options. This whole blur thing, you know. Yeah, you better come in here and make sure this row is actually empty, huh? Unbelievable. Oh, he's still got one more row after that to do before he'll actually start to work. So, yeah. Unreal. Yeah, it would be nice to be able to turn this blur thing off. Because it is darn near nauseating, to be honest with you. As things just blur in and out of view for no apparent reason other than, I don't know, having some kind of psychotic episode or maybe an aneurysm or something. I don't know. Because real life, that don't happen, man. I mean, it does, but it happens at such a rate that you don't notice it. You know? Something they should have thought about here. But oh well. I think I should have gotten the upgrade. That super low res backup camera there, man. That's pretty cheesy for this day and age. You think I would have gotten a better resolution camera, but you get what you pay for. Well. Although actually, a buddy of mine just bought a $30 dash cam, and even it's in 1080p. Oh well. Yeah, one more row, and then he's actually going to harvest the 2 rows that he left for us. Unbelievable. Oh, that's rude. It was completely a waste buying that field this time around. I kind of bought it because I wanted it to add to the crops that we had. So, I mean, I paid $5,000 for a silo. I paid however many thousands for the field, only to have Buddy throw it all away. And of course, no matter what happens, I cannot quit the game now until everything I'm hired for is done. Or you just lose it, right? So, yeah, I have to be prepared to wait while Mr. Slowpoke there actually gets around to doing some work. Oh, here he goes. Yay, 1%. Hurrah. Okie dokie. I had actually planned this episode to start with the selling. Oh, I guess it was running. Yeah, to start selling some crop with a view towards buying either animals or a greenhouse. But that's not going to be happening. Because unfortunately, we have to wait for all of this to get done. Indeed. See, I did leave a note on the forums to let the devs know, of course, that there seems to be an issue with the hired worker. Although, again, I mean, I find it absolutely mind-boggling that they wouldn't be aware of something so obvious. You know, because they had an issue with FE16 as well. Whereas it was kind of a glitch thing, and a lot of people took advantage of, was that you could start a worker on a field. Now, mind you, they didn't actually have them come out and do the field like this. It was sort of a, a scripted event. You could hire a worker, and then once they started, if you saved your game, they'd be done. But you didn't have these sort of options. Like, in that instance, in FE16, he would have been done and the crops would be in my silo. You see, because you would have either hired him to do the whole thing or none of it. Of course, this time, it doesn't work. But people used to exploit that because you could basically instantly, he's done. You could sort of instantly do your fields. You could hire a worker to plow and then save the game, plowing's done. Hire him to cultivate, save the game, cultivating's done. You know what I mean? And you could do that all the way down the line. You could basically turn a field over in 5 minutes. So apparently they were, yes, I'm getting there, a little overzealous in their fix of that particular thing. Because, yeah. Okay. And he's done. Alright, let's take our little bit of canola and tip it off. I wonder how long he'll stay there. Probably not long. So, we get 60% of a trailer full off of there, huh? And trailer up. Okay. Yeah, you're done. You can go back down. Again, unlike FS15, you do actually have to physically push the button to make them go back down. It won't just automatically stop because it's empty. Which I'm sure is fine, because I really doubt that in real life a trailer is smart enough to know if it's empty or not. You know? Alright, is this guy done? And I really don't understand why this tractor has such a hard time pulling this little trailer empty. You know? I mean, this is a low range. We're only halfway up the gears. Let's try 5. Yeah, can't reach peak RPM in 5th. Unreal. Alright, is this other fella done yet? You'd think, considering how little he had to do, that this would not take long. There he is. And he's almost there. So. Okay. Yeah. Well, there we are. That's all we're going to get off this field. Boy, I'm disappointed in this. In fact, that's just... That sort of a thing is a game breaker for me. And like I said, there's this... You know, you can't guarantee that once you start one of these guys on a big field that you're absolutely gonna be there until he's done. Oh well. I don't imagine it's going to get any better, me whining about it. Oh, yay, there we go. That's all we got. Well, thanks, dude. Unreal. Oops. That probably wouldn't have been a good idea. There we go. Trailer up. Oh boy, I'll tell you. There we go, trailer down. So let's see what we ended up with. There we go, enter. We have 5 ton of wheat. Oh, that we start with. Yeah, barley, 1.5 tons. That's all we got. Unreal. Canola we did a little better, 10.9 ton. So yeah, we can start selling some of that off for sure. That's that's so disappointing. I can't believe we lost that much. I'm curious though. When it comes to something like baling, is that a thing? Sowing, aerial spraying, spray, gather crops. I guess there isn't actually, No, apparently not. I thought there might have been a hire for baling, because we do have that straw out there. But I think what we're going to end up having to do is probably get a bank loan and buy either a baler or a forage wagon. Perhaps forage wagon might be a little further ahead for us at this time. But either way, I see our contractors have left. So yeah, either way, there we go. We've got the little bit that they were kind enough to leave us with in the silos. So it's a good start. Well, it's a start. And there you go. Alrighty. But I think that's going to do it for this time, guys. Let me know down in the comments where we sort of want to go with this. I may restart on another map. And if so, well, they do have different options. If you have an opinion on it, let me know. Not 100% sure. I said, a little disconcerting not realizing the way this was going to work, and I think we could do a much better start than we currently have. But there you go. I mean, so far, still pretty good. Just, I said, disappointed that something that should have never got into release did. You know, I mean, I can understand some bugs getting through. But, yeah, I don't believe for a minute that they tested hired workers and didn't, you know, at some point check whether you could actually walk away before they were done. So, oh, you think so? I'd like your opinion on it. Okay, you're pretty scary, dude. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button. Feel free to share, favorite, do all that YouTube-y stuff. If you haven't subscribed yet, well, why are you waiting any longer? Take care of each other, folks. This has been Species 7 for Farm Expert 2017. Take care. Ciao for now.